Hey y'all, what's up? It is a beautiful day in Wisconsin and I am happy to be alive. And I want to talk about a word that I think is lacking in younger adults today. And I'm not just men, some older. And I'm not just talking about estranged sons and daughters, I'm talking about just maybe somewhat across the board or maybe a greater percentage. And I just want to dive into it. And I have always held this type of characteristic, and it's called tolerance. And I'm just going to say tolerance, and I'm reading my notes, is the capacity to endure pain, hardship, or differing beliefs, along with the willingness to allow, respect, or accept practices not necessarily shared or that you align with. It implies a forbearance of viewpoints or behaviors that one disagrees with. Now, I was raised by pretty outspoken people, and for some odd reason, even as a little girl, I was bullied and I kept my mouth shut. I never really, if someone called me a name, I don't remember striking out or retaliating. I think I took it a lot, and I don't think it's because I was told as a little girl, well, if someone teases you, they have a crush on you. I didn't think anyone thought I was cute whatsoever when I was a little girl, at least no boys in my school. So I normally just kept my mouth shut. I tolerated a lot. Not only that, from my own sister, man, my oldest sister, she was mean. She would call me names and talk about my weight. She was rough, and I don't ever remember degrading her, talking down to her, calling her any negative words, or making comments about her looks or her intelligence. Kind of just took it the way I always had. And so I just want to talk about younger people today who are intolerant. And if you disagree with them, oh God forbid, it's like it's like they bury you. And they get rid of you. And I don't know how they dispose of the evidence, but that's up for law enforcement to decide. Just kidding. But I want to say I'm very proud of who I am. Not only am I a tolerant person, but I'm kind, empathetic, compassionate, and a lot of times, and maybe I learned this from my dad. If my dad and I were out walking around and we'd see something crazy, like someone was acting out of sorts, he wouldn't say anything. He would just shake his head and just laugh behind. He'd just laugh. He'd cover his face so it wouldn't exacerbate the situation. And maybe that's where I got my tolerance from. But I just have to say, I think it's truly lacking today. And why? I have no idea, because I raised my girls to be kind, nice, polite, respectful. Their teachers would tell you I raised two nice girls. My girls, they followed the rules. They never got into trouble in school. My youngest got into trouble trying to defend her friend in high school when she got jumped by another girl. So, I mean, other than that, we didn't deal with them being suspended or anything like that. They really did follow the rules, and they were good kids. So who knows where it ended? Was it the internet? I don't know. I'm not going to blame the internet or social media. Was it my ex that he told them you don't have to respect your mom? I don't know. But either way, they're adults. The responsibility for their behavior falls on them and them alone. So I'll just say I feel sorry for people who cannot sit in a room with others, agree to disagree, shake hands, and walk away, and realize, you know what? We have certain things in common, other things not so much. And that's okay, because I learned something new. So anyways, I hope this helps, and I hope you all are having a great day. Take care.